The previous video discussed Richard Ramirez's pretrial psychological evaluations. They showed that he was not a psychopath. He was not schizophrenic. He had untreated temporal lobe epilepsy and resultant brain damage. After his defense attorneys ignored the assessments, the Night Stalker cases went to a preliminary hearing. Ramirez's strange behavior at the hearing has long been interpreted as a lack of remorse, nonchalance, and sadistic pleasure. The media reported on his every move, including doing a thumbs up to his family and sticking his tongue out at reporters. He was often portrayed as laughing as the gruesome details of his alleged crimes were read out to the courtroom. In his defense, some of the eyewitness testimonies were absurd. He found the woman who said she saw him wandering around Arcadia with a cat draped around his neck hilarious. But given what previous attorneys said about him not understanding the seriousness of his predicament, it is more likely that he was either dissociating or distracted. Psychiatrists Vickery and Bloomer both said he was in a psychotic state in the period between his arrest and the hearing in spring 1986. Ramirez was never medicated, so must still have been psychotic throughout proceedings. He was assessed again in 1987 by Dr. Victor Henderson. He confirmed Ramirez had brain damage. Ramirez still went to trial. The consequence of Richard Ramirez falsely being found competent to stand trial was that he was allowed to choose his own attorneys. In January 1987, Judge Dion Morrow warned him that his rights were being violated by his lawyers. The following is a transcript.
Now I am calling this hearing, Mr. Ramirez, to tell you that in my opinion, your lawyers are incompetent. Now I have had this case for 6 months, and I must say that I am convinced that your lawyers are nice guys, good company, maybe good fellows to spend an evening with. I am also convinced that they are dedicated to your defense emotionally. But I must tell you that, in my opinion, they are not competent to handle your case. I don't think that they have sufficient experience in the law. I don't think that they have the staffing or whatever to do the job. This is a big job, and so far, you haven't even gotten into the complicated, serious, heavy part of the case. But nothing has gone right for you, and it's not going right now. This is a very important motion that has been pending before the court for 3 months, and for 3 months later to come in and say, "We are not ready. We don't have our papers. We left our papers somewhere else." It just doesn't fly. Now, the law in this country, in this state, in this county is very clear. A man can have any lawyer he wants. You can have an incompetent lawyer if you want one. That is your business. But you are bound by what your lawyer does if you know at the time that the lawyer is incompetent to handle the case. And that's why I'm telling you now. You don't have to change lawyers if you don't want to. That is entirely your business. But I am telling you that I don't think Mr. Hernandez or Mr. Hernandez, admittedly nice fellows and admittedly dedicated, but I don't think they know the law well enough. I don't think they know the rules of evidence well enough. They are not ready to present the evidence and push it through. And I am telling you now that your rights are not being protected. The papers, this is the right stuff to present, but it's not being presented the right way. Nobody is going to give all the time in the world. A lawyer has got to be ready.
Ramirez clearly did not understand Judge Morrow's warnings and the implication that he would be blamed if his defense team proved incompetent.